do want to go with Gruul Monsters tonight. I've been having the most fun with this. I know that it's maybe to some not the most interesting looking deck, but to me it's really interesting. We get to play a bunch of new cards here, right? We get Titan of Industry. We get to try out Avabruck Caretaker, which is probably the thing I'm most excited about in this like new mid-range format that we're in right now. Like, can this card hang? I want to try it. Aside from that, we also get Professional Facebreaker, Topiary Stomper, Gala Greeters, you know, all of these. Eddie Izzard, he looks just like Eddie Izzard to me. The guy in the middle, specifically. But in any case, we get a bunch of cool new cards. We get Gala Greeters in a deck with tons and tons of creatures, so it should proc like all the time. Avabruck Caretaker should be amazing if it ever flips, but it might be good just on its own. We'll see. Titan of Industry should be relatively easy to get to. There's tons of ramp in the deck. Goldspan should be specifically good. Halana and Elena should be making dudes big. Esika's Chariot should be awesome with Gala Greeters, right? You know, Tangled Hedron will ramp us into Esika's Chariot. There's a bunch of tricks in this deck. And I haven't even talked about Fable of the Mirror Breaker, right? Fable can copy a Goldspan Dragon. That's good. But it can also copy an Avabruck Caretaker. And that's good because you get extra counters on stuff, right? It's like being able to copy a Halana and Elena. It's like a not legendary Halana and Elena. So that's kind of incredible to copy this card and swing in them with a 4/4. But I really want to copy Titan of Industry. That's what we want to copy the most here, is this big, stupid man with a Fable of the Mirror Breaker. But Fable is also ramp. It'll help us get what cards we need in the early game. Professional Facebreaker. I'm really excited about playing with this card too, just because she's awesome. She looks really cool. But this is card draw. There's plenty of treasure generation in this deck, so that's good card draw right there, but it's also decent treasure generation for ramping purposes in the sort of mid-game. So I want to see if this card like bridges the gap in a way. And then Gala Greeters, this probably has a ton to do in this deck, you know, not just the treasure tokens. So I don't know, there's not much to tech, you know, there's not much removal in the deck. We do have 2 Thundering Rebuke and a Spikefield Hazard, so don't tell me I don't play removal. But there's also 4 Goldhound, brand new card. How good is this? There's really not much in the deck to increase its power and toughness outside of Halana and Elena, Avabruck Caretaker, and all that. But we'll see. Maybe we'll get in for a couple of turns with First Strike and Menace, you know, deal some damage, and then ramp into a 5 or a 6 drop or something, right? Is what we're trying to do with Goldhound. So I don't know. And also, neat little trick here. If you have a Goldspan Dragon out, you can sacrifice your Goldhound to it and get 2 mana. Because it's a treasure. Look at that. So, I guess there's some tech in this deck. But all things considered, this is a big dumb monsters deck. This kind of reminds me of a deck that we had long ago. I didn't think it was that long ago, but now that I think about it, it was before I started the YouTube channel. It was just before I started the YouTube channel. We had a green-red deck in Standard that ruled the format for months. A deck that played Stormbreath Dragon in the 5-drop slot. It played Pelucranos in the 4-drop slot. We called that deck Gruul Monsters, and it was very, very good in Pharaoh Standard. And this deck maybe doesn't have quite the heavy hitters that deck had, but we do have Goldspan, Esika's Chariot, Halana, Elena, Fable of the Mirror Breaker, Avabruck Caretaker, Titan of Industry. Like, there's a lot of ridiculous cards in this deck, so we'll see if it holds, you know, a candle, if it can live up to the name of one of the most legendary Standard decks of that time period. So let's get some games in, see how we do. All right, opponent goes first. This actually isn't like the best looking hand ever, but sure. I don't love 4 landers with 2 1-drops in a deck that's got a bunch of expensive drops in it, but I guess in a way it's better than having a bunch of expensive drops in our opener, right? Den of the Bugbear, turn 1 for opponent. Let's start down Goldhound. Goldie on. See if it gets kilt. I think it might. Scared of a little dog, man? You scared of a little puppy dog? Yeah, they are. They bolted Surge it. Wonder if that means they're like red-black artifacts. Yep, look at it. Look at them. All right. Let's just throw down our other dog. It's just like real life. Gotta get a new dog, you know? Here comes Harvester. You think we pull the trigger on this Esika's Chariot? It's another gold. Really, dude? Arena thinks we're playing a Goldhound deck. I guess. I think I might like Chariot here. Sure. This is always the hardest choice. And it gave it to us in game 1, right? Oh, I need to fix, I guess, what's going on over here. Let's go boop. Goodness, intern. Can't even take a second to fix my stream box. My stream box! Alright, let's go over here. What if I switched to over here? What if I did that? Then I'm looking to my left for no reason. Maybe I should switch the play screen to over here. Maybe. I don't know. I got ideas. What did you even do that turn? I don't know. I'm sitting here playing my stream setup. I got no idea what's going on. Alright, so you think they're just going to sit on removal spell here for the Asika's Chariot? Think we've got them figured out? Let's find out. Let's make them have that. We'll get to Goldspan next turn. We'll eventually get to Titan. It'll be fine. This is fine. There's nothing. Got nothing to worry about. Smooth sailing. Cruising. Alright, so we got to that without there being a removal spell, so that's good news. Good lord. That is so many gift subs. How many? How many? God, I'm still scrolling through it. That is 50! MTG lots with 50 subs, dude. Thank you. Whoo, that's so many subs. My friend, MTG lots. Are you aware of how many subs that is? Do you know that you've just spent quite a bit of money to do that? Thank you. Good lord. Cheese and crust. That is wow. I don't deserve that. Thank you. Lots, dude. Lots. All right, they're gonna meet at Massacre, which sucks. If you're keeping score, that sucks. But we're still gonna be able to respond with Goldspan, and it's gonna put them at their starting life totals. So that's good. Whatevs. Dude, thank you, dude. thank you, lots. Whew. Can't wait for the people on YouTube in the comment section. You spent too much time thanking that person that gave you the gift subs. So wouldn't you? I'm very thankful for them. It's my pleasure. You deserve it. Watched your videos for years. I don't know how you could do that. Watch my videos for years and you're like, you're still here? That's amazing. And thank you, Chaos. Shut up with that I don't deserve it BS. Yeah, it's, you train yourself to say, I have bad self-esteem. That's what it is. Meat Hook Masker. Meat Hook the Goldspan. Just the Goldspan, my man. Alright. Very afraid of this Goldspan Dragon. We just gotta keep drawing bombs. Let's do that. Let's land. Well, we kind of needed that. Let's go. Titan! Titan! Alright, so they've already spent 2 Meat Hook Maskers here. We know we want the 4/4. Do we want to blow up that Meat Hook? Or do we want a shield counter? Shield counters are good, Shield counter's pretty good. So good. Pretty good. I don't think they're, gonna kill us with their Masker anytime soon, right? I mean, I'll take the count. I'll take the shield counter. There. Yeah, I'll do it. And then, let's crew. Let's choose attackers. Are you going to do it? Thank you. Copy the token. Bang. Alright, so that's a pretty good board state. Let's see if opponent has third Meat Hook to do something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, drop a land, they can do it. Crap. Yeah, scoop it up. Scoop it up. That's our first game on ladder in how many months? I don't know. It's been a long time. Shouldn't have left you without a strong beat to step to. Appreciate you, ladder. Alright, we go first. It's not bad. Sucks, actually. Actually, it sucks. Let's draw an untapped land. Next turn. I probably shouldn't have kept. I think having 2 Halana and Elena is it's kind of a free, throwback. Oh my god, we got one. We got an untapped land. That's so great. Let's Caligreators. Ooh, never punished. Never punished. Opponent on Rafine's tower turn 1. It's not the best news I've ever had. Let's Fable. Gala greeters, create a tap treasure token. Get in. I feel better just talking to you guys. Yeah. Dust, what do you do about that setup, Esper player? You do nothing. You ain't doing nothing. It's like we're playing unranked. People just like scoop for no reason on turn 3. All right. Maybe they didn't draw their 3rd land. We go first. No red mana for the Gold Hound. What a stupid hand. What a stupid hand that is. You go first. What a crap hand. 2 Everbrook Caretaker. Come on, man. Come on, dog. Well, at least we get to throw 1 back. We need a card to throw back. We have one. If our Deemer would let us play some Magic, and they do. Red Source. Sega. We're not doing anything till like turn 4, and we took the mulligan too. I feel like a chump. I Twitch turn 1 for the opponent. At least we got a Gala Greeters. That's a card that we can play. That's good news. Alright, red mana for the opponent. Come in with the Twitch. We draw a land, which is actually fairly welcome, but it does suck that we didn't get... Like, we have to blink here, right? We didn't draw a 2 or 3 drop. Even a Gold Hound would have been fine, just like something to proc the greeters. Announcement comes down. That card again, man. A Mardu deck. So this is not typical fare. That's good. Now we have a decision. Yeah, I like Chariot, actually. I do. Let's create a tap treasure token. And put a counter on the greeters. And we'll swing that big old thing on in. Swing Eddie Izzard on in. So there you go. This interesting little Mardu pile coming together across the table. Tapped Hive, Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Okay. Got a little less interesting. Sorry. Flag announcement procs. That's a bunch of bodies. So many bodies. Well... I do like Halana and Elena here, but Goldspan is where we'd rather be. Treasure? Yeah. Crew the Chariot with a greeter and a cat. Let's get on in, baby. Copy that cat. Counter on the greeters. Scoop it up. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do, Mardu Pile? Let's rank up. Sure. Why not? Alright, we're going first on this one. I guess this is fine. Really like to draw another land. And we will. We will. We will, guys. It'll be fun. Tap Drawry Ruin. There's our land. Cool. Wonder if that means they have another in their hand, or if they just having problems with lands, or really what's going on. Fading Hope. Main phase. Fading Hope for the opponent. I guess they don't want us to have our ramp, which is understandable. It's Fable. They don't have Play with Fire or something like that. Expressive Iteration is the play. See if they have their land drop yet or not. That was a noise for a phone to make. What the hell does that mean? Oh. It's time for free drift points and a coin. Oh. Goodness, phone. It's alright. Start up to 2. Well, we do need lands, don't we? We need lands. Real bad. Yeah, let's just do this. Yes, we got to land. That's awesome. It's very, very, very good news. Hold on, Elena. 4-4 boy gets us a treasure. Now we're looking okay. We're looking okay. Gold span next turn. Titan of Industry after that. We're gonna be all right. Galvanic iteration into nothing. Okay, cool. All right. What a game of Magic cards that was. In ranked. This is easier than unranked so far. They are strategy rich. That's their name, and I believe them. Let's see if I should. Let's go first and play a gold hound. Holy crap, we get to do that? Jeez, it's like how I drew it up. It only took 7 games. I'm sorry. Let's go. Opponent with a mountain turn 1. Strategy rich. Turn 1 mountain. I don't know. All right, let's... I really kind of just want a Fable here. But I don't think it's the right move. I think Chariot's probably, like, ramp into Chariot's probably right. Though I could get a Fable very quickly. But what if they just shock? You know what I mean? Doesn't look like they have it. Yeah, I did a check there. Did a priority check. I'm not above it. Kimono faces Kakazan. Green mana open. Interesting. We're another Gruul deck. That's neat. I guess I'll ditch a couple of lands. Sure. We draw another anyway. We did. Let's get in and get our treasure. And let's turn 3 Asika's Chariot after a turn 2 Fable. That's how we want. That's what we want. Like exactly what we want. Turn 3 for opponent, Rockfall Vale. Just like us. Samesies. Pretty good place to be, I think. They shatter Skull Charger. You're gonna smack for 5. Oh no. Oh no. He smacked us for 5. Oh no. We drew a Goldspan Dragon. Bad. Well, let's crew our Chariot. Get in with everything. Let's copy the token that gives us treasure when it attacks. And then I think we can probably play a post-combat Goldspan and be just alright with that. So. How do you feel? Pretty good. Pretty good looking. I don't know, man. This could go south. It could. 4 mana's a lot. Kodama of the West Tree. Okay. Cool. It's very cool. Gonna bang in for 5 and put us at 9. Which is alright. Still have 1 mana left over there. What can they do with 1 mana? I know they play Kimono, but like, so. Not too worried about that. I'm pretty sure we just win now, right? We Beseiju the Etching. Win game, probably. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, you still take 12. Something like that. Should we even crew the Chariot? First, let's play a green source. Tap that green source. Let's play Beside You. Kill the etching. Now, let's not play the Gold Hound yet. Let's not do it. Let's Reflection the Gold Span. Do I want to crew this Chariot? Nah, I'm just going to go wide, right? It doesn't matter. None of this matters. I'll crew the Chariot. Does opponent have this many removal spells? Are they going to last another turn? It's possible. It Beside You the Chariot, but we still get in for enough. Submit. Just for shiggles. Let's make our lair, you know, a 1. Get all of the treasures we ever wanted. And they block 1 gold span, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, wow, they're going to go to 1. Very cool. Gold Hound. Now, I mean, it's possible that they do this, right? I mean, they can. Maybe. Like, there's a way. Maybe they play another Shatter Skull Charger, right? Like, that could... Does this guy have trample? I think he does. Yeah, he does. There's a possibility here that we lose. That I have skunked it by crewing the Chariot. I Beside You for the Chariot. I knew I shouldn't have crewed the Chariot. Should just come in wide. Let that be a lesson. Let that be a lesson. Yeah, I kind of got excited about that play line right there. If you copy a Kiki token, you get to keep the copy. I was extremely excited about that line exactly. So, you know. I get in with the Shatter Skull. What does it mean? I know it tramples, guys. Don't tell me it tramples. I know it tramples. Fine, it's 7, 6, 5, 4. They put me at 4. What if they have, like, light up the night, right? Like, maybe that's their idea, is they ramp with Kodama the West Tree. And by the way, I know, again, I know that it tramples. I'm very well aware that it tramples. Apparently, okay, there it goes. That was first strike. All right. But, yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe they can light up the night, like right now. And eat our face. Burn down the house. Huh? Pretty good. We still win. That's pretty good. Unless they can play a 1-drop. I keep saying we win, but they could play a 1-drop creature. 2-drop creature now. Come on, bud. Come on, bud. I believe in you. I do. Come on, strategy rich. What is the ultimate strategy up your sleeve? Is it just kill the lair of the Hydra? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, two, three, four, five, seven. I have 7 mana. What I'm gonna do is actually go ahead and get, this looks so weird to everybody, I'm sure. I'm gonna get rid of 2 treasures. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the auto pay looks good. Keep your treasure. What could you have? What could you possibly have? Is it another Beside You? Do you have it because that kills lands? Beside You kill a land. They're roped. Oh, strategy rich. Oh, it's such suspense. Oh, are we just being roped? Is this their strategy? I think we've reached the strategy, everybody. Yeah. Maybe that could be what it is, soaking up his moment. He's just waiting for the last second. I assume this person's name is Rich. So, that's why I'm using the pronouns I'm using. There it is. Okay, so I guess we swing. Does this also happen a lot in ranked? Is this also something that you see a lot? Is this a thing? Right? Chav's Duke. Our opponent this evening. We go first. We start with 3 gold span dragons in our hand. So long as we draw a land, we should do fine. But does one trust these openers? Well, Devin is here. For science! This is for science. One should not trust these openers. But Devin has fallen into the trap again, as he so often does. Leads with Mountain and says go. The Duke leads with snow-covered Mountain into a Fireblade Charger. We will take a green source. Remember, I've been told by the internet it's healthier to talk that way. I don't see how that's possible. Devin probably should have played the Spikefield Hazard. Tapped here. Instead, he will simply say go. Opponent plays their second land. It's a snow-covered mountain. Fireblade Charger. Ready to come in. Does so. Slaps. 1 damage. And the opponent passes the turn. Untapped green source for Dev. Here comes Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Opponent considers the 2/2 goblin lands. Will they shock it away? There's the Frostbite, ladies and gentlemen. We all called it. We all knew it was there. Opponent will now go. We'll see what they have up their sleeve. A Sundown Pass. Red-white the whole time. Reckless Stormseeker comes down. Opponent will get 4 damage in this turn. Quite a lot. The second chapter of Fable of the Mirror Breaker procs. Dev will discard a gold span and a tangled florahedron for a Rockfall Veil, exactly what he required. Rockfall Veil comes down. Spikefield Hazard stings the Fireblade Charger. Thundering Rebuke takes out the Reckless Stormseeker. I was asked earlier why I wasn't playing removal. If I'm not playing removal, how did I just do that? Quite the question. 4th land for opponent. Falcon Wrath Pit Fighter. It would appear as though we are running them out of options. Down to 2 cards in hand. Fable of the Mirror Breaker reaches chapter 3 and becomes a 2/2 reflection of Kiki Chiki. Beseiju hits the table. And down comes the dragon. Gary Oldman. Our old friend. Quite the good reflection target. So opponent casts Frostbite on our reflection of Kiki Chiki. Getting in with the gold span puts them at 16. We are at 15. We'll see how this works. Thundering Rebuke on our gold span dragon, but little does the opponent know. They have but 1 card left in their hand. We are now at 13 from their Falcon Wrath Pit Fighter. We draw a land for the turn. So that's how Arena works. Let's play the Goldspan Dragon. We have a second. We will swing in indiscriminately with our dragon. Is this cringe? We'll make another treasure token. Put the opponent at 12. And then play Esika's Chariot. The Cadillac requires 2 treasures, but it is well worth it to get on the table. I like people that laugh at their own jokes. I actually think that they're charming. We say go to our unlucky opponent, who may in fact Be quite lucky indeed. Let's see what their draw is here, as they're about to put a second card into their hand. They wonder why they can't sacrifice Falconwrath Pitfighter, even though we haven't lost life this turn. So that's interesting. See what opponent does here. Passes into combat, swings with the Pitfighter. The Pitfighter? What was that? I say we take the damage and not fall for this ruse. Opponent scoops it up in shame. What, knowing what he did done then? We'll take a rank up, right? What we in it? Never more our opponent for this match. Opponent goes first in this endeavor. But the hand looks fairly strong. We haven't seen a Titan of Industry in multiple games. Can Tangled Florahedron and Eddie Izzard get us there? Let's see together. Our opponent on Simic Sleeves plays an untapped mountain. Turn 1. Interesting, I say. Lair of the Hydra for Dev. As the test kitchen rolls on. Nevermore with a blue source. Turn 2 and foretells a card. Could it be the mighty mill deck? We play Crag Crown Pathway on red. Turn 2. Queue up a Gala Greeters. See if the opponent has the required fading hope for our GG. Opponent with expressive iteration. Could it be the Arcane Bombardment version of the deck that still plays Galvanic Iteration? If so, it could be quite an effective deck against us. We need plenty of manas. But can we get it going against this deck? Untapped land is still fine to draw right now. Let's go Forest into Gala Greeters, perhaps. Maybe I should have gone tapped Tangled Florahedron as our land this turn. Definite possibility. I missed that trick. Let's Gala Greeters. Create a treasure token. And let's get Eddie ready to rumble. You ready, Eddie? Stay steady. Gets in for 1. And we say go. Nevermore will have their 4th land this turn. Will they use it just to cast a big score? No, they crush the weak. Very good card against us. It would turn out. We can play Goldspan Dragon this coming up turn. Let's see if it resolves. Another Gala Greeters. Another one? Still going to Goldspan, though. Let's try this little ditty out and see if the opponent will dance with us. Opponent saw it coming. Opponent playing counter spells, which is not something you see every day. Not nowadays. Opponent tapped Prismari Campus. I get the feeling that last turn was a very important turn for us. It sucks we couldn't resolve that. Gala Greeters comes down, so you can also resolve the Tangled Florahedron. Could get bodied by another Crush the Weak here. Now they'll cast Big Score. Treasure token. Say go. I believe our opponent may have made it at this point. I don't know that we win this game now, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I think that the playing of a counterspell is actually going to make a huge difference here. But you just don't see too many counterspells now. That makes me think this is actually not an Arcane Bombardment deck. A lot of those do not play counterspells. They don't want to run the risk of hitting a counterspell when they bombardment. It's not like it hurts or anything, it just doesn't help much most of the time. But that's not true, I guess. I mean, I think that there are some of these decks that like to play a spell on their opponent's turn and then hit the saw it coming, right? I guess you could lock out that way, but often you really just don't see these bombardment decks play too many counters. Opponent used an Abrade to shoot down a treasure token, which is very interesting. And they Fading Hope a Florahedron. Very odd play, I would say, by our opponent. But who am I? I don't know. I mean, I know who I am, but a professional Facebreaker. Let's play that. Yep, it's on the stack. Card is, in fact, on the stack, opponent. Voltage Surge the Galagreeters by sacking a treasure. Okay. It's Goldhound. Florahedron's a land. Thanks for returning it to our hand. By the way, we can sack this Goldhound to a Facebreaker. to, you know, get a card off the top. Cute little interaction. Opponent still has 4 cards in their hand somehow. That's kind of unbelievable. Would have really liked an untapped land there, but this is fine. What if we don't resolve this? Where there's one saw it coming, right? But let's make him have it. Let's make him have it. Haven't seen the Drawry Ruins yet, but that doesn't mean they don't have disruption. They're thinking. There's the disruption. God. Counter spells. Counter. I haven't played against a counter spell in months. It feels like. Okay, now what? Dude, just do it. Why are you wasting everybody's time? Opponent must also have a Spike Field Hazard, I would imagine. If so, they won't just play it. What are you doing? Nice. Okay, Prismari. Just taking all that time choosing Prismari stuff. Maybe this is a bombardment deck. Well, the moment they get bombardment down, we're in trouble, but maybe we can get to this Titan of Industry. It's going to be really tough, though. 1 card left in opponent's hand. We get to cast a gold spam. Let's see if it resolves. They have 1 card left. It resolves. Gets in. Treasure. Come on. There's a chance. What is this 1 card, though? What is this 1 card? Suspense. It was a Hullbreaker Horror. The 1 card left in their hand was a freaking Hullbreaker. Okay. Cool. That's so cool. That's so awesome. So awesome. So awesome. Yeah, please beat this deck. I'd love to. I would freaking love to, but I don't know if it's going to happen. They got a Hullbreaker on the table. Yeah, let's take that damage. They are not scared of us. They drew something they can play. Really wish that had been a land, but it's not. Yep. Okay. You gonna let us get the treasure? Do you not have a thing? Huh. Put him at 9. Scry 1. Pretty nice to have a campus there. Oh, 1 to the top. It sucks. It sucks. Just thinking we might have a chance. Titan of Industry is just a little too small here, isn't he? Big score. What do they do with that? Yeah, Halana and Elena was kind of our chance to get the Titan to get big enough to kill the Hullbreaker. Not going to happen now. I wonder if there's like a chance here. We actually play the Halana and Elena this turn? Spike Field, return the Goldspan to her hand. Go to 6. One card left in their hand, and it's probably whatever it was last turn. Ooh. All right. Well, do we try to kill the Hull Breaker? Let's try to kill it. They have something. But I really think this is like our best bet. Or would have been our best bet. Okay. Just return it to your hand. Oh my god, we killed it. Okay. Is it just another Hull Breaker horror? Is that the other card in your hand this whole time, you jerk? Is that really what it's been? I wonder. I wonder. Not a very good draw. Like, really, actually quite bad. Well, I could Titan here. Maybe. There's no guarantee we resolve that. Opponent miraculously has no creature land. That's amazing. I don't know what you guys would do here. I don't, but I think I'm going to gold span into Halana. It'd be nice to actually have like a target for one of Titan's modes, but gaining 5 doesn't sound bad right now, because then we can last a turn against a Hull Breaker. Because I feel like they have another Voltage Surge. That's fine. They still have enough mana to cast a Hull Breaker, which is hilarious. It's really, really funny. And they scry, though, instead. 0, they didn't want it. Alright, guys. Hold on to your butts. They scry main phase. 3 mana left after that, unless they want to play a land. What is this card, man? Probably just a land, right? Doesn't have to be. Oh, 1 to the top. Let's get serious. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put you at 1 with a Lair of the Hydra. Alana and Elena attacking, giving the counters to Lair. It should put them at 1, right? Not an untapped land. Can't cast the Titan either. So, make sure I've got my math right on this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just get all the damage you can possibly do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? 5, 6, 7, 8. Leave them at 1. So let's just make you a 3-3. See if it gets Fading Hoped or something. Maybe I played my lands wrong. I should have thought of that. Should have thought of that. They don't have a thing. These 2 cards are done. They're just dead. Unless... maybe they cost more than 3. Maybe one is a Hull Breaker. Gold Span Dragon. What? Okay. I mean, you're not allowed to play it. I'm surprised to see it, you know? They swing with that. Play with fire? That'd be hilarious, wouldn't it? After all that. Just a traditional blue-red control. I haven't seen this in forever, dude. Prismark. They drew that gold span, dude. Draw their life. Draw of your life, my friend. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get another one in. Yeah, oh no, it begins. The one mores. This is the final one more, I pro. The first and only one more game. I gotta get out of here before too long. Coming up on, 1 o'clock. I'll probably get out of here. Oh, a fellow Goldhound gamer. Let's give him a nice. Let's Gallagrators. Man, a bunch of three drop options next turn. I can't remember having played Topiary Stomper yet. Oh, Thalia, really, man. You're one of those gamers. I take back everything I said about the Goldhound. It's not nice. In fact. Yeah, I want the land, so I will Stomper here. We don't have another land, so I think that's probably what I want to do. Treasure. And forest. No attacks. Absolutely no attacks. I've been looking at Boros aggro lately. Wondering if it's got chops. Let's see. Seems like a cool deck, but it's like, is it worth adding red to mono white? Mono white's really, really good already. None blocks. Did you play a land? Ooh, Venerable Warsinger. That's a cool card. A really cool magic card right there. Watch out. Watch out for that guy. Good card. Solana and Elena. Let's create a treasure. Let's put the counters on greeters. It's no attacks. Sucks that we're not getting lands here for Stomper. Cathar! Ugh. Kind of hurts. They're going to take our Solana and Elena. Elena. We're going to take our Elena. And they're going to try to get him with that War Singer. No. Nope. I'll take that trade. Ain't going to do it. War Singer is really, really good. I need you to know that. The card is incredible. Yeah. Yeah, I think we Goldspan. Leave him with effectively 4 cards left. Could also Fable. Really want a Caretaker next turn, though. Like, really badly. I should have maybe Caretakered this turn. If this gets, like, Brutal Cathard, I'm going to feel silly. Because, they can't Brutal Cathard the Avabruck. It's got hexproof. Would have made it the better choice. We'll see. Just didn't want to, like, Avabruck. And then put the counters on Topiary from Avabruck. And then, like, that doesn't really do much. We're going to start drawing lands here soon. We have to. Right when we don't need them. Oh, Angel Fire Ignition on the Brutal Cathar. That's a really good magic card, guys. Angel Fire is a really good card. Go to 8. It would be so cool to draw a couple of lands here, man. That would be so awesome. Let's Gallagrators first. Let's Caretaker. Let's take care of some business. Let's gain the 2. Question here. Do I actually want to get in? tough, man. It's tough. Because they're going to ignition something this turn. And they might have lethal if I'm not, like, really careful. Also, Allenbach Escort is kind of scary here. Does it have to be? No, yeah, it's a creature with a +1/+1 counter. One card in their hand, and also ignition. They choose to cast the ignition. Play it on Thalia. That is 9 damage right there. Yeah, it took me a second to make that decision, but I think that I will make that decision. No blocks. Go to 1. Tangled Florahedron. It's Fable. We haven't drawn a land, like, it's so long. I guess I shouldn't complain, though. It's getting 2 life. I don't know how much that actually saves us here. Play Tangled Florahedron. It's a blocker. I hear. That blocks on occasion. I'll put a counter on greeters. I don't know how good that is actually, but better than nothing. Well, he's on dragon. I think I'll take these counters. Put them right here on this 2/2 goblin token. And as far as attacks go, we're at 3. Can I just wait it out? I don't think now is the turn to attack. They scoop. Oh my god, why? That's crazy. I think it was the right idea to wait a turn there. Because really, you know, we're just getting value turn after turn with Avabruck. And Galagreeters for that matter. We don't block and if we don't block and lose Galagreeters, next turn we should be able to like Fable at the very least again. But what I'd probably just do is a Professional Facebreaker. But that's another 2 life. Goes back up to 5. You know, eventually we can swing over for a lot with Goldspan. Make something happen. Maybe we draw something better next turn, but still. Turn over turn, I think we were probably going to end up winning that one, but they could have drawn another Brutal Cathar. Wonder if one of these cards in their hand is another Thalia or something like that. Still pretty good. So it's just a Venerable War Singer, like an Angel Fire Ignition deck, really. It's cool, though. Cool. I really don't think Boris Aggro is, like, terrible. Galagreeters did a fair amount of work tonight. Topiary Stomper, not so much. We could probably take this out. I still like Facebreaker. I just want to draw this card more, to be honest. Halana and Elena, Avabruck Caretaker, and Goldspan Dragon did most of the work tonight in the games that we won. But one of the whole reasons I wanted to play this deck is to see if Avabruck Caretaker was any good. And it turned out to actually be really good. Like, anytime we got this card on the table, it was amazing. So, you know, it wins games in the long run. Opponent can't target it, which is just incredible today. You know, like, the opponent tries to Vanishing Verse it. It's like, can't do that and can't really do much of anything but sweep it. The good thing, though, about this card against things like, you know, Meathook Massacre is that they might be able to kill it, but you can get your Goldspan to a, you know, 6 toughness, makes it much harder to sweep. Titan of Industry to a 9 toughness makes it harder to sweep. You know, your Harlan and Elena goes up to 5 toughness, harder to sweep, all that stuff. So, you know, I feel like Avabruck actually did a huge amount of work, but just coupled with Halana and Elena, they produced this kind of inevitability that's incredible. Goldspan Dragon being like the only flyer in the deck really made a huge difference tonight. It got most of the damage in for us. But, you know, we never got to do cool stuff, like copy Titan of Industry with Fable, which every time I make a deck that does that, I get to do it off stream, and then we get on stream, and I never get to do it. So, like, just, again, Arena will not, just no fun allowed. But even with the anti-fun, restrictions that are on us here on the stream, we still won a fair amount of games and, just played sort of classic mid-range, get big mid-range. And I actually don't think it's terrible right now.